Hi, hello, hi, welcome back to the channel. So, last time we did how well I knew the Outlast Trials in 50 questions, and I bodied. We're not gonna lie, I bodied. Did a great job. But I found out there's a part 1. So we're basically gonna do that one. It should be a piece of cake because, hello, I did good on the other one. Let's get started, no more intro.
20 questions, 4 difficulties. We're going to move from easiest to hardest in a test of your Outlast Trials knowledge regarding the lore, gameplay, history, terminology, all of it. There will be the occasional reference to the original games, Outlast 1, 2, and Whistleblower, so your knowledge of these games may also be helpful. When you get the right answer to a question, you're going to give yourself 3 points.
You know how this works.
There will be
I'm
a
gonna do
fun
amazing.
fact
Let's just assume I
accompanying
got all
each
the
question,
points.
and if you get
Most
this
of the
correct,
points.
give yourself 1 additional point. These fun facts will generally have open-ended answers, so as long as you get the gist of it correct, you can give yourself that point. By the way, there will be a timer for each question that counts down until
And
the
we're gonna
answer
try
is
to stay
revealed,
within the timer.
but by no means do you have
But
to
I
come
will
up with
pause
the
if I have
answer
to.
in that amount of time. Feel free to pause the video during every question and think long and hard for as long as you need. Of course, try to work with your own current level of knowledge
I'm an
rather
adult,
than
I don't know
going
why
to
that
the
made me
Outlast
laugh.
wiki. Question 1, what is the name of the effect when you run out of sanity?
Psychosis. So full psychosis.
D, full psychosis.
Yes,
Fun
sir.
fact, while answer B, lateral ascension, is
Whoa.
wrong, this is the
See, they're already hitting me. So we're gonna, by default, the fun facts don't count. How about that one? Okay. Lateral ascension is wrong. The term for it is, damn. But this is about the trials. When we're ascending. Is it rebirth? When you're ready to be like the agent or whatever the fuck? I'm gonna go with that one.
term for
Like an MK Ultra
the
agent.
process a patient of the morphogenic engine undergoes when they become eligible as a host for the Wall Rider in the game Outlast 1. Question 2.
Bitch!
Which of the
What
following
why are we doing Outlast 1? Although I know the game. What with the no. No. The fun facts don't count.
is an MK challenge?
Shut down the factory. I know Pleasure the Prosecutor is the worst trial ever made. I hate it with a passion. And then Amelia's Escape I don't think counts as anything. And then the memorandums are, you know, the little trailers we get.
The answer is B, shut down the factory. This was intentionally a bit of a tricky question because I know a lot of people confuse this trial name for the name of its corresponding full-length
I
trial,
love Shut Down the
Pervert
Factory.
the
I hate
Futterman.
Pervert the
I don't know
Futterman.
why, I do it too. Anyways, fun fact, answer D, Murkoff Memorandums is not the name of an MK challenge, but this phrase is instead
I
seen as a
answered that
heading
already.
in
The videos that we get when there's like new updates and shit.
certain evidence documents.
Oh!
Like this one and that one. It shows up a lot. You'll see it. Question
See, I knew
3.
it. I was
There's
right. Listen, it's documents, but also the videos. So I'm gonna take that point. Thank you.
certain items you can throw to hit targets in the carnival games at the fun
Hearts.
park.
Oh, all
Which
of them.
items will work?
All of them.
The answer is D, all of the above. Every throwable in the game works if you use them on these targets. Fun fact, when you're trying to hit the targets in these carnival games, you cannot vault over
Complete
the
the
ledge in
game.
front of you until you
Complete the game and get the ticket. And specifically until you get the ticket.
win the game and grab the ticket after.
Oh!
Then you can vault over the ledge.
Yo estoy buena, pero buenísima.
And
Wow.
these two, you have to be careful. Question 4. What can you not do in your sleep room cell?
Go to sleep, I guess.
A. Go to
Yeah,
sleep, ironically
okay.
enough. I mean, you'll wake up in the bed, but like you can't click on your own bed and go to sleep. So fun fact, during the Outlast Trials closed beta, when you logged into the game and woke up in your cell, the
I'm not
specific
answering that,
location
Your
you
Honor.
woke up in
Your Honor,
would
I am
be
a console player.
on the floor. Instead
Oh!
of waking up in your bed as we do nowadays, your reagent would wake up on the floor.
They should bring
Guys,
that back. I
what do
love
we have a
that.
bed right next to us for? Question 5. When is the Outlast Trials set?
78? 78? 78? 59, 59, 59!
The answer is
Yes,
A,
sir!
1959. I mean, the story starts in 1959, but at the current point in the lore, we're moving well into the
I'm
year
so
1960, which is pretty cool to me. Fun fact, answer D, 2013
Outlast 2.
would be correct if we were instead talking about
Outlast 2.
the original games, Outlast 1 and Outlast 2. Both those games are canonically set in 2013.
Oh.
We are moving on to level 2, standard. Question 6. What is the in-universe name for the project we are participants in?
Isn't it lathe? Oh, I'm playing with my hair. My hand is just floating there. I'm just playing with my hair and my hand is just floating. Okay. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's lathe because we're at Signala. Geister is a specific program. Yeah, I'm going with lathe. Please don't play me to my face.
The answer
Okay,
is
thank
D,
you.
Lathe 2. MK Signala was the name of the false answer for B, which is just a combination of the terms MK Challenge and Signala Facility, which is the name of the location in which the trials occur. Now, the fun fact that will count towards your bonus point is this.
Gimme.
The false answer of C, Eskimo Reuben, is a phrase mentioned in the
the
Murkoff account
fuck.
comics. What is its significance?
I haven't read all the comics. This isn't fair. This doesn't count. Thank you.
In the comics, Pauline Glick says Eskimo Reuben as a kind of code phrase to establish herself as being higher
What's
on the
crazy is
Murkoff
that Deadass
hierarchy
read this
as compared
comic.
to the name of the suits she's talking to. Those
Oh
guys
my
are
God.
Alpha Grey or whatever. Question 7. What are imposters?
Have they gone insane or failed reagents? I think it's A.
The answer is C.
Oh, yeah,
X-Pop.
who take our
Imposters
skin.
are just X-Pop,
Not our skin,
surprisingly
but, you
enough.
know.
But they are wearing latex masks, which
Yeah.
are meant to mimic reagents' faces, apparently. It is a weird piece of the lore to me. Fun fact, the false answer of D, Murkoff employees, applies in the case of employees who succumb to the
Pushers,
psychosis of the
psyche.
Signal facility and end up as a
Psychosis,
specific class
psyche-dikey.
of X-Pop. This class is... the Pusher. Evidence documents reveal that most, or perhaps all of the pushers we see are former Murkoff employees. Question 8. Which will not change regardless of how many players you play with?
Ooh. Posters definitely change. Generators you must start and kill the snitch definitely change. The number of witnesses you must kill to vindicate the guilty. Yeah, I think D. It has to be D. I'm not typically playing solo, but it has to be D.
The answer
Yeah.
is D. Whether you play solo or 4-player co-op, you must still kill one witness downstairs and one witness upstairs in this trial. Meanwhile, in Poison the Medicine, when you play solo, you only need to stuff 6 packets into the mules, while when playing in a
would never
party
play
of 4,
Poison the
you
Medicine
must
solo.
stuff
Are
them
you
with
crazy?
12 packets.
Está loco.
Actually, I think co-op with any number of players makes you stuff the mules with 12 packets, so that would be the same regardless of whether you're in a party of 2, 3, or 4. Now, fun fact. The amount of generators you currently have to start and kill the snitch is not the same as what it used to be back when early access and
What the
closed
fuck?
beta.
I'm gonna
Describe
guess that
this change.
before it was 2 and now it's 1, depending on how many people.
So currently, in Kill the Snitch, we have to start 1 generator on solo and 2 generators on co-op. In early patches of
It was
early
2?
access and closed beta, the number of generators you had to start was higher and kind of matched the numbers of players in the party somewhat.
Oh.
Solo players as well as parties of 2 had to start 2
Okay,
generators.
I was half right.
Parties of 3 had to start 3 generators. Parties of 4
El
had to start 4.
Diablazo.
It was a
Dead
crazy
by
high
Daylight.
number.
Who?
If you remember this change about the police station generators, you get the bonus point, even if you didn't get all the number values exactly right. Question 9. Is the Berserker blind?
Yes, he is blind. His syphilis. I think it's because of his syphilis.
The answer is B.
Yeah.
The Berserker is blind as a result of this strange illness. Fun fact, answer A is partially somewhat correct-ish, because according to his evidence document, what the Berserkers do to themselves after they become blind
Do they
is...
gouge their eyes out?
They pick at their ruined eyeballs so incessantly that they become at risk
Yeah.
of self-lobotomizing. Question 10. Who composes the score for the Outlast Trials?
I'm gonna guess A. A feels right.
B. Tom Salta.
You know,
That boy
sometimes
is a
our feelings are
talent
wrong. I
seen
don't know what to tell
only
you.
once every 1,000 years. Consider him an outlier because Samuel LaFlamme, who composed the scores for Outlast 1, Whistleblower, and Outlast 2, is also a talent seen only once every 1,000 years. Guys, that basically means we lived a statistical 2,000 years in the span of
Man!
7. The fun fact for
feel like this question
is
shouldn't
not a
count,
fun
but
fact,
whatever.
but just a matter of whether or not you laughed at the false answers for C and D. If you did laugh, you get a bonus point.
Oh, I
And
laughed.
everyone
I laughed
gets a
so
bonus.
hard.
The next 5 questions, we're moving on to level
Lego.
3, intensive.
Lego.
Question 11. In which trial will the prescription, heavy training, not serve any benefit to the player?
Destroy the evidence.
The answer is C.
What?
Incinerate the tech soys. This was a fun question to design because it tests your knowledge on 2 levels.
Hold up. Let me not. Okay, incinerate the sex toys. Oh, it's when we push the cart. Destroy the evidence isn't good for heavy training either, though, because the acid hurts us, so it's not really gonna serve any benefit to us. But I digress. Incinerate the sex toys, I guess, makes sense because we're pushing the cart, and I guess he's gonna explain that as well.
First, you must know that the prescription heavy training allows you to move faster when carrying heavy objects. Second,
debatable.
you have to consider which of these trials has heavy objects in them. Incinerate the tech soys has none. You just push a cart. Teach the police officer was a treacherous false answer, because most of that trial involves matching keys to their corresponding rooms, no heavy objects. But the fun fact is, there is that one heavy object
reel.
in the trial, and that is
The film reel.
the film reel with which you perform the titular action of teaching the police officer. Question 12, why is Dr. Hendrik Jolly Easterman balding?
Damn. So I know for sure his mom used to rip their hair out as punishment. It's not A. It's definitely not D. But he did have thallium in his pocket. Was it thallium? But basically he was convinced that they were putting it in his thing, and he was like, oh my God, they're going to kill me. I don't think it's resurfaced trauma though. I think he's trying to trick us. I'm going B. But if it's C, I'm still right.
Thallium in the pocket
There
of his
we go.
work coat. The answer is B. The Murkoff higher-ups had this nice little Christmas party and got a bit rowdy. Some strange scientist who was visiting at the time put thallium in the pocket of Easterman's work coat as a very unusual and unethical prank. That stuff is crazy
beautiful
toxic.
hair.
Anyways, fun fact, there is a little piece of truth within one of these false answers.
Yeah,
This
his
piece of
abusive
truth is
Rip out fistfuls of hair during his childhood.
that Easterman's mother did indeed rip out fistfuls of his and his brother's hair. It's just not the reason he's balding nowadays, which is why answer C is wrong. Question 13. Which of the following is true?
Okay, the ammunition Franco loads into his sawed-off shotgun, Lupara, partially consists of teeth harvested off the reagents who entered his trial. Partially? No, it's all teeth. The claw weapons of the armored grunts are modeled after the shape of the human arm following the Krutenberg procedure. Don't even know if that's right. The machete weapons of the civilian grunts are Kusamura's approximation of the bayonet used by Japanese soldiers. And Gooseberry can continue to survive in spite of her brain being exposed in open air due to her acclimation to lifelong infection. Man, fuck if I know. I know it's not A. I'm gonna give myself a point because it's not A.
This is going to take a long time.
It's my video. I can do what I want.
The answer is A. Baby
What?
may be teething. They didn't want to let the guy use real bullets because then every
do you
Franco
mean
trial would be
partially
accompanied by the
consists
deadly
of teeth
prime acid
harvest?
barrier
It's
by
all
default.
teeth.
Then I wouldn't want to play the game anymore. For the false answers, I just made a bunch of stuff up that hopefully sounds plausible enough that you fell for it. I really hope you did. Fun fact, answer D is like doubly or even triply wrong. It's wrong for many reasons. Just name one of the reasons and you'll get the bonus point.
Because that's dumb. And she'll die.
Okay, so first, Gooseberry's brain is not exposed. What we're seeing on the top of her head is just her bald, scarred scalp. The answer is also
Period.
wrong because nothing in the lore is said about acclimation to lifelong encephalopathy. Infection.
So that's dumb.
A string of big words, by the way. I don't think
And
it
she'll
even
die.
means anything. Question 14.
I got a
Which of
point.
the following is a real asset? No.
A porcelain vase filled with human entrails and liquidate the Union, a dismembered torso hanging from the mansion chandelier, a jar of preserved eyeballs in the police station laboratory, and a corpse bisected at the waist lying on either side of the orphanage gate. I think it's D.
Prime asset, by the way. That's different.
I don't look around enough for this little stuff. Ah! Okay, now I gotta stalk the game heavily. D.
The answer is
Oh,
D, because
shit!
there is a
I remember
corpse
that.
cut in half, and I thought I was absolutely insane. Because there's no gate corpse anymore. But I'm like, I'm absolutely sure there was. This is Feed the Children. I looked in all the orphanage maps to confirm it. There was no gate corpse, but there was one here. I have a screenshot from my old video in early access of the gate corpse being there. I don't know why they removed it.
I still got that
but,
shit
you know.
right. Next!
Question 15. Which two characters share the following voice line?
You don't
You
have
don't have to do this!
I feel like that was wrong. The snitch definitely does it, and I think the judge as well. Who's the deviant again? What would the deviant be? I think it's the snitch and the judge.
The answer
Yeah.
is B. The snitch and the judge. You don't have to do this!
You don't have to do this.
Okay.
Guys, please be reasonable. We gotta complete the Season 3 catalog. Of course we have to do this. Fun fact, answer D is probably the most wrong of all these possibilities. Reasons being that
The prosecutor, he just be mumbling and stuff. And then he gets his head cut off. The deviant, I don't remember who the deviant is, honestly.
The deviant, he's like really into being tortured to death until the very end of the class, so it's very likely he wouldn't
the
tell
Futterman
you
dude.
don't have to do this. The prosecutor, meanwhile, cannot speak because he's gagged, so he can't say this because he can't speak, so he can't say this because he can't speak. This is a weird, open-ended question, sorry.
Prosecutor's
Like, you could have
dead?
given
No,
a lot
he's
of
not.
different valid answers, I think, so you can just use your own judgment. If you gave a reasonable enough answer that was different from mine, give yourself the bonus point anyways. For the next 5 questions, we are moving on to level 4, psychosurgery.
That foghorn, dude. It gives me just, oh my god.
The 5 questions remaining from this point onwards will require full sentence answers. It's a real exam.
Full sentence?
Again, you don't have to match my answer
shit
word for word.
open-ended?
That would be unreasonable. You only need to get the gist of it right to get the points.
Thank you.
Each of these questions is now worth 4 rather than 3 points, but there is no accompanying fun fact to answer. Good luck. The degree of trauma will be impressive. Question 16. Which trials have overlapping or shared acronyms? There are 2 distinct cases of...
Oh my god. Kill the snitch. Okay, which trials? Fuck. Okay. Kill the snitch, poison the medicine, pleasure the prosecutor, PTP, KTS, pleasure the prosecutor. Oh! Pleasure the prosecutor and poison the medicine. Pervert the Futterman, PTF. Shut down the factory. Shut down STF, the factory. Oh my god, this is too much. This is too fucking much. How am I supposed to list all of these right now? I'm gonna write this down. I need a pen. We're gonna write this down. Okay, I have my notebook here. We have okay, we're doing COIL, right? So vindicate the guilty, sabotage the lockdown, kill the snitch, tilt the scales of justice, destroy the evidence. Okay, VTG, STL, KTS, TSJ, DTE. Oh, fuel the release. What is it? Oh my god, you got me remembering all this shit. Fuel the release. What's the one where we blowing up their heads and just blowing up kill the witnesses? No, the objective is to kill the witnesses. What is it? Release the prisoners is another one. Lord have mercy. Oh my god. What is that one with the heads? What is the one with the heads? Blowing up the heads, and that's all we have to do. You know what? Okay, I'm just going to start listing everything I remember because I really can't remember that one. So we're going to go pervert the Futterman, drill the Futterman, punish the miscreants. Oh, punish the miscreants is PTM. Right. And then poison the medicine is PTM. Boom, we got one. Is it 2? 2 distinct casings. I have to think of another one. Okay. Then we got what was it? What was it? We'll punish the miscreants, grind the bad apples. And then we have the barn one. We're shredding the kids, we're doing this stuff. We're getting it out. What is the other one called? Is it deface the Futterman? Wait, deface the Futterman and drill the Futterman. Okay, boom. That has to be, right? I feel like that's too obvious. Okay, let's think of another one. What else does Bambino have? Bambino has empty the vault. He has empty the vault. I hate that man so much. I don't even know what. Oh, he has pleasure the prosecutor. He has get the vote. Well, this is 3 months ago, so I don't think get the vote is still part of it. You know what? I'm just gonna say deface the Futterman, drill the Futterman, poison the medicine, and punish the miscreants because my brain is fried and I am filming this at 2 a.m. Right? So, vamos quedarnos con esto. Okay, vamos.
This sharing, you must
I'm about
list
to be
both.
so mad if it's some... 5 seconds, by the way, to get this shit.
The answer, PTM and DTF.
Did I get that?
PTM
Yup.
can refer to either poison the medicine or punish the miscreants. DTF can refer to either drill the Futterman or deface the Futtermans. However, know that at the time of releasing this quiz, the most recent update for the game was on April 22nd, Season 3's
So
release,
not get the
and the
vote.
most recently released trials include Liquidate the Union, Cook the Informant, and Spread the Disease. If
Cook
you're
the
watching this video
Informant.
far
Oh, no,
in the
that's not the
future,
one I was
like
thinking.
long past the upload date, there are likely to be many more trials which share
I don't
acronyms.
remember.
That's okay.
Run me my
Whichever
points.
answers you provided, so long as they share acronyms, you can get the points. I just won't know those trials exist yet. Question 17. Release the Prisoners may be the most unrealistic trial of all, just because it violates the basic logic of physical space.
What?
If you find this statement bewildering,
What?
think hard on it, and then try to explain why this trial
What? What? How is this somehow significantly harder than the other one? Okay, Release the Prisoners may be the most unrealistic trial of all because it violates the basic logic of physical space. Explain why this trial is an example of impossible space. Impossible space. Okay, so the trial is essentially we all come in separate shuttles. Is it because they're separate shuttles? And they're closed? No, because they're closed off and then when we're able to be there. Okay, so no. Physical space. The gates. We get out the gates. We got the key. Impossible space. I don't get it. I'm skipping this question. This question is bonus. All of it is bonus.
is an example of impossible space.
You know, I have a shit ton of hours in this game and somehow I still feel like with these questions, I clearly need like 50,000 more hours. Está bien, está frío, pero, you know.
The thing is, Red Barrel owes us an explanation. Why is it that in Release the Prisoners, we 4 players will be in the same tram when we step into these capsules, only to end up on completely opposite sides of the police station from one another? We're probably something like 1 whole kilometer separated from each of our teammates,
shuttle may
yet these
teleport
capsules
us.
that spin us into the trial are only supposed to do just that. Spin.
I
They
never
are not
even
meant to move
second-guessed
us to
it, but
transport
go
us to a
off,
new location,
Kings.
because as far as we know, this trial shuttle has always been physically placed right next to the trial entrance. I hope these diagrams are helpful in explaining the impossibility of this all.
I should
It is so
complain more
strange
about
to
the
me.
game.
Question 18. The 3-part question will be unleashed upon you. First, is there a trial in the game with a blackboard that has the words Spider Eye Lamb written upon it? Or am I yet again just making this up?
Oh.
Second, if you said yes, this blackboard and text both do exist, in which trial can they be seen? Third, under which circumstances can you read the text?
I feel like he's talking out his ass, but for some reason, Teach the Police Officer came up in my head. And can you read the text? But it's written. I have been humbled. I don't know. Whiteboard. It has to be Teach the Police Officer.
So yes, this trial and
Fuck!
this blackboard text
Oh,
do
that's
exist.
so
It appears
good!
and vindicate the guilty, and you can only read it when you have night vision enabled. You
Escape the Courthouse was the other one I was trying to remember. Sorry.
get 1 point
That's
for
so
each individual
fucking
question
good.
you
I have
answered
to find
correctly
that.
here, but if you question 19, which is the only trial environment in the game which truly takes place outdoors rather than in a warehouse?
Outdoors rather than in a warehouse? I don't even look up. I think it has to be the not the downtown map, the suburbs map. I think the suburbs map is like actually outside.
It is the fun park.
Bitch!
If you look up, you will
Sorry.
see genuine clouds and no warehouse ceiling. You could have said any trial related to the fun park for this answer, such as grind the bad apples or punish the miscreants or
Man,
whatever.
I don't look
because
up.
the environments themselves
If I look
don't
up, I
really
get
have an official
stabbed.
term you're meant to refer to them
Now I
as.
gotta stare at the
I think
sky?
Fun
Coño.
park. Question 20. Oh, you love the Outlast Trials? Name every trial in the game. Also,
Get the
name every class of enemy. Also, every item, amp, prescription, rig,
Man.
rig upgrade, variator, Murkoff employee,
Man.
and Red Barrel's employee. Guys, I'm kidding. Just name every class of enemy in the game, or every trial in the game if you like. Whichever you prefer. The former is easier than the latter, especially because if you're taking this quiz long after the upload date of this video, there's going to be way more trials added than enemy classes, I am pretty sure.
Okay, I'm gonna go for every class of enemy because I'm not thinking of every trial. I'm so sorry. Okay, and I'm gonna write this down. I cannot do this off my memory. Okay, let's do pusher. We have the pouncer. We have big grunts. We have little grunts, so the regular grunts. We have prime assets. Blind man, so the berserkers. The Skinner man. What else? Doppies. We have Doppies. X-ray eyes. So Night Hunter. We have... Do the scapegoats count? They hit hard. Okay, I'm gonna put the scapegoats just in case. What else? 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 The screamer. They'd be screaming. What else? Is Henrietta? 3 months ago, Henrietta was still a thing, right? 3 months ago, Henrietta was still a thing. I want to put Jaeger because Henrietta had to have been a thing at that point. So we have Pusher, Pouncers, Grunts, Big Grunts, Prime Assets, Berserker, Skinnerman, Doppies, X-Ray Eyes, Scapegoats, Screamers, Jaeger. Who am I missing? Who else jumps me? Pitchers. We can't forget Fire Poppy. We never forget Fire Poppy. Who else? I can't think of anyone else. I think that's it. Pusher, Pouncer, Grunt, Big Grunts, Prime Assets, Berserker, Skinnerman, Doppy, X-Ray, Scapegoat, Screamers, Jaeger, Pitchers. I don't think anyone else beats my ass. Oh, I guess the regular X-Pop, like the regular crazies that be outside, right? I feel like that counts. And I think that's it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm gonna go for 14 answers. Hopefully I didn't miss anything. And if I did, give me some grace. Okay? It's 2 a.m. Boom. Okay. Grunts. Big Grunts. So I got that. Prime Assets, got that. Pusher. Okay, I have to check these off. Okay. Grunt, got that. Big Grunts, got that. Prime Assets, got that. Pusher, got that. Pitcher, yup. Pouncer, yup. Night Hunter, the X-Ray Eyes, yup. Berserker, yup. Jaeger, yup. Scapegoat, damn, I didn't think he was actually gonna put it. Scapegoat, boom. Imposters are Doppies. And Skinnerman. Where? Wait, did I get the Screamer? I did get the Screamer. And Skinnerman. Did I miss one? Why does it say I'm missing one? Grunts? Huh? I'm gonna assume the crazy crackheads at the outside are regular grunts, but they're X-Pop. So, I got it!
I'm not gonna read all that out. You can read it silently to yourself.
Man.
Hey, thanks so much for taking the quiz.
Oh,
I spent a
that's
lot
it?
of time. I wanted my quiz and questions to be timeless. That's why you don't see any questions like, what's the cooldown of the stun rig? 108 seconds base.
Okay, period. Listen, we did it. Shout out Happyheart again for making this video because we're quizzing ourselves. We're seeing how well we know this game. I'll see you guys in the next video. It's coming up real soon. I get to talk my shit about the X-Pop. Wait for it. Bye. Bye.